distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Dr. Dauda Lawal, the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, has just arrived to this venue and he is being received by the Chairman, Universal Basic Education Board, Professor Nasiru Garba Anka, for today's function. His Excellency is having some handshakes there. National anthem, please. Thank you very much. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وصلى الله على النبي الكريم. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, Secretary to the State Government, Honorable Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Mallam Odato Madaraki, and other commissioners, special advisors, respected Chairman, Zamfara State Universal Basic Education Board, Professor Nasiru Garba Anka, Your Royal Highnesses, here present, distinguished other members of government functionaries, teachers, other critical stakeholders in the education sector, UNICEF officials here present, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to Zamfara State Universal Basic Education Board Training Center, where today His Excellency will perform the official flag-off ceremony for the distribution of teaching and learning materials provided by Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, Abuja, and UNICEF Field Office, Sokoto, to 336 public primary and junior secondary schools across Zamfara State. As you are aware, education is one of the key areas that have become critical to the administration of Governor Dauda Lawal. And since he's coming on board, UNICEF and other international partners have been coming, and His Excellency has been engaging them, one of which is the result of what you are to witness here. Your Excellency, before we commence, I seek for your permission to invite Malam Hamza Sambo Wonaka to give us opening prayer.
صلوا على نبي الكريم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد يا حي يا قيوم يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا بديع السماوات والأرض يا من قال ادعوني أستجب لكم اللهم إنا دعونا كما أمرتنا فأجبنا كما وعدتنا يا أرحم الراحمين يا الله كسا البركة أتكون taro namu Allah ka sanya albarka ga gwamnan mu Allah ya sanya albarka a jihar mu Allah ya sanya albarka a ilimin mu Allah ka kawo mana tsaro da wamamme Allah ka kawo tsaro da wamamme Allah ka biya bukatocin mu na alheri ربنا اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا وآتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار يا رب العالمين.
At this point in time, may I invite the chairman.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وصلى الله على نبينا. Your Excellencies, Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Education, all commissioners here present, special advisors here present, Royal Highnesses here present, all government functionaries here present, invited guests, UBE officials, representatives from the UNICEF, my colleague teachers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, Assalamu alaikum. It is with immense pleasure and gratitude to Almighty Allah that I heartily welcome you to this unique event, a flag-off ceremony for the distribution of teaching and learning materials to public, primary and junior secondary schools. These materials generously supplied by Universal Basic Education Commission, UBE Abuja, and UNICEF. By undertaking this significant initiative, Universal Basic Education Commission, UBE Abuja, and UNICEF are complementing the efforts of the present administration and achieving its predetermined goals of repositioning the primary and junior secondary school subsection of education in Zamfara State. The provision of teaching and learning materials to pupils in public and junior secondary school will undoubtedly contribute to the successful implementation of the basic education project. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, basic education is a well thought out and timely project aimed at increasing the number of children, including adolescents, and particularly the most vulnerable, who can access safe, inclusive learning and skills development opportunities in Northwest and Northeast Nigeria 2025, Zamfara State, Lucid. Your Excellency, sir, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, today's event is significant in many ways. Firstly, it aligns with the sincere and committed governance of His Excellency Dr. Lawal, who has prioritized education focus area. We are proud to have a government that has earned public confidence and trust. This project is not only timely but also strategically placed. At UBE, we recognize the value of collaboration and partnership with UBE and UNICEF. Hence, we approach programs of this nature with utmost seriousness and commitment. A clear testament to our commitment is evident in our recent engagement with UBE Abuja and UNICEF, where 150 ECCDE teachers are set to undergo capacity building training workshops on Radio Emilia, 100 teachers, strengthening teachers' English proficiency step, 500 primary 1 teachers on Jolly Phonics, 60 head teachers on effective school leadership, 50 SSOs on effective school development, and 178 teachers on structuring mathematics and science education in Zamfara State. This initiative aims to enhance the quality of learning and assess students' understanding in targeted subject areas. At this juncture, Your Excellency, I wish to reiterate the determination of the Zamfara State Universal Basic Education Board to implement effective strategies and relevant activities that enhance our teaching and learning environments. This effort is geared towards improving the quality of our teachers and pupils, aligning with the broader goals of education, particularly in the basic education subsector. In conclusion, I would like to extend our sincere appreciation to all categories of stakeholders for making this reality possible. Once again, I welcome you to the formal flag-off ceremony for the distribution of learning and teaching and learning materials. A crucial distribution of teaching and learning materials, a crucial component of UBE, a UNICEF basic education project in Zamfara State. This ceremony will be officially performed shortly by His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, Dr. Dauda Lawal. Thank you.
A yi haƙuri in an gama za mu yi interview da shi da Hausa saboda lokaci. Mai girma gwamna da PRO sunan kusa da ni cewa akwai wanda za a ba minti biyu su gayyato shi domin ya yi wasu baiti guda biyu kawai kan ilimi, don haka ina neman izini in aiwatar da hakan duk da yake ba su rubuta shi cikin program ba. Ya sune shi? Aliyu Dodo Duhuwa. Minti biyu kawai.
To ko ga mota ko bisa fanda dole ni sai na tafi inda gwamna Dauda ai daɗa tunda ya zama gwamna fita kuɗi a ƙara shirin makaranta. Yanzu Zamfara za mu yabata tunda Dauda a gwamnanta, na ji Najeriya na yabata. Ɗalibanta suna bambanta saboda tarbiyyar makaranta. Gwamna Dauda bai gajiyawa, ya biya mu kuɗin jarabawa. Ɗalibanmu suna jikowa, har uwaye na kekewa ɗiyansu za su wuce makaranta. Ilimi yadda duk kuka san shi, daga firamare ya tashi. Farfesa can aka kai shi, dole masanin abu da a kai shi, ki taimake mu tsare makaranta. Farfesa bai zauna ba, ya kira yara da babba, su taho su aje wata gaba, su hankuri su tsare makaranta. Farfesa na anka, dole ne mu hito mu yabe ka. Jama'an mu suna ta yabanka, na ji gwamnati na ta yabanka ga kokarin da ka kai makaranta. Kwamishinan ilimi mun gane, yau bidar ilimi wajibi ne, wanda baya da shi banza ne, wanda ke a gare mu kaɗan ne, ku taimake mu tsare makaranta. Mu yaƙi jahilci ba sanda, babu bindiga balle adda. Mu yi biro da takarda, mu ga saktar in ya yarda, ka tukuɗa mu tafi makaranta. Don mu yi ilimin Ƙur'ani, kuma mu yi ilimin ramani. Farfesu ka wanga bayani, rabana ya nufa da mu gane, mu bi shi sau da kafa makaranta. Na ji Zamfara kiri taro, na ga babba yau har yaro, ya kira ya ce su karatu, su yi shaida kai makaranta. Ni Aliyu ina can zaune, tun ɗazu ne kai ta tunani, ni maso manzon Allah ne, gwamna ma mai son Allah ne, ya taimake mu tsari makaranta. yana ba aiki ba ilimi, ba a darakta ba ilimi, ba a famsis in ba ilimi, ba a farfesa ba ilimi, ba a kwamishinoni ba ilimi, raji saktar sai mai ilimi, jahili shi taho shi don mi tunda ba shi zuwa makaranta. Da farfesa ya tashi naga darakta suka bi shi, faminin memba sun bi shi, har da PRO ya bi shi ka zagayen da ya kai makaranta. Da ya kadun malamai ya kira kadun malamai su tsaya su tsare aikinsu, gwamna zai tsare albashinsu ga kokarin da suka yi makaranta. Littafai haka biyu na ga Zamfara duka aka tara, ɗalibai kuma in aka tara za a zo a raba masu biro saboda ɗaya su tsare makaranta. Duk wanda ya yi ilimi ya huta, rahama ɗaya zai fuskanta, wata ran ku gane shi da mota har ya gina gidan shi huta saboda ɗai darajar makaranta. Yanzu nan haka zan da kanta, tun da dai uzuri gwamnan mu gare shi sai ya tsaya wata rana.
Muna godiya kare da gaske da wannan ilimi da muka samu. Da girma kwamishinan ilimi, mun so mu ɗanyi takaddama don na ce ba a rubuta cikin program ba, ni kuma program nake bi. Daga ƙarshe dai suka roƙi cewa don Allah a bashi dama, to gashi kuma sakon yana da amfani. Da fatan gaba dai ni dai in gan shi rubuce cikin program don in san me zan yi me kuma ne ba zan yi ba. With this, Your Excellency, I have the honor and privilege to invite the Honorable Commissioner, Minister of Education, Science and Technology, teacher number 1 in Zamfara State, Malam Wadato Madawaki, to deliver a keynote address. Honorable Commissioner, sir.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of the State, Dauda Lawal, the Secretary to the State Government, the Chief of Staff to the Government House, members of the State Executive Council and special advisors here present, our Royal Highnesses, under the able leadership of the Chairman Zamfara State Council of Chiefs, the Emir of Anka, permanent secretaries, heads of departments and agencies, the Executive Chairman, Zamfara State Universal Basic Education Board, permanent and board members of predecessors and agencies here present, education secretaries from the 14 local government areas, principals, secretaries, head teachers, and teachers of invited schools, distinguished invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is with great pleasure and a deep sense of gratitude that I stand here to address this august gathering of stakeholders and policymakers as we embark on a monumental journey in our rescue mission toward transforming the educational landscape of Zamfara State. It is indeed an honor to speak to you on this auspicious occasion, marking the flag off for the distribution of teaching and learning materials to our cherished public primary and junior secondary schools. This event holds particular significance as we witness the reward of a collaborative effort aimed at empowering teachers, students, with teaching and learning materials they need to navigate the ever-evolving landscape of education. The teaching and learning materials we gather to distribute today have been generously provided by the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBE, and UNICEF, who are steadfast partners in our pursuit of educational excellence. These materials form an integral part of UBE and UNICEF Basic Education Project, a visionary initiative designed to catalyze positive changes in our educational system. As we distribute these resources across our 14 local government areas, let us recognize the profound impact that they will have on the lives of our students. The Basic Education Project is not merely about providing textbooks and notebooks. It is about equipping our learners with skills and knowledge and the inclusivity required to thrive in the 21st century. In the spirit of collaboration and shared responsibility, UBEC and UNICEF have demonstrated unwavering commitment to the betterment of education in the Zamfara State. We extend our heartfelt appreciation to UBEC and UNICEF for their continuous support and partnership. By the grace of Allah, through collaborative efforts, we shall go beyond providing materials, but will strive to shape an environment conducive to safe, inclusive learning that nurtures the diverse talents and abilities of every child in Zamfara State. Today's event, therefore, represents the collective vision we share for the future of education in Zamfara State. This activity also aligns with our commitment to fostering an environment where every Zamfara child, regardless of background or circumstance, can access quality education. I believe our aim is not just to distribute materials, but to ignite a passion for learning, to inspire curiosity, and to lay a solid foundation for a generation of innovative thinkers and responsible global citizens coming out of our beloved Zamfara State. As we move forward, I wish to call on all stakeholders, particularly teachers, heads of schools, and of course, the pupils under our care, to remain steadfast in our dedication to the principles of safe, inclusive learning and skills for all. Together, we can ensure that our educational system becomes a beacon of opportunity, providing every child with a chance to unleash their full potentials. In conclusion, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, for all the support he renders to our ministry, departments, and agencies. Indeed, such support has remained in full force as we strive to achieve our educational agenda. It also manifests the commitment, determination, and sincerity of the Executive Governor that he has been demonstrating in his effort to change the narrative in the area of providing quality education as initiated by his declaration of state of emergency in the education sector. Let me also thank all our stakeholders, educators, parents, and community members for their unwavering support. Together, let us continue this journey towards educational excellence as we work hand in hand with UBEC and UNICEF and other development partners to shape a brighter future for the children of Zamfara State. Thank you all for your attention, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Commissioner for Education. Your Excellency, I beg for your permission to make a little modification of. We take the vote of thanks, then we take your speech, because from there you flag off the distribution. On this note, may I invite Dr. Rabi'atu Musa, PhD, Permanent Member 3, Zamfara Subeb, to deliver a vote of thanks.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, Dr. Dauda Lawal, I pledge to stand by the existing protocols. On behalf of Zamfara State Universal Basic Education Board, I wish to express our gratitude and appreciation to the Zamfara State government under the able leadership of His Excellency Governor Dauda Lawal for his commitment and support to education in the state. I therefore wish to thank most sincerely UBEC, Universal Basic Education Commission Abuja, and the United Nations International Children Education Fund, UNICEF, for its support for providing the funds for this project. We hope you will continue to provide the needed technical and financial support toward upliftment of education in Zamfara State. I have the honor and the privilege to acknowledge Zamfara State government key education stakeholders at this Augustine gathering. I wish to appreciate you for finding time to attend this flag-off ceremony for the distribution of teaching and learning materials supplied by UBEC, Abuja, and UNICEF for our public primary and junior secondary school in the state. May Almighty Allah guide and protect you. Wish you safe journey back to your various destinations. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Thank you very much. The protocol may now move down the public address stand for His Excellency. Thank you. At this point in time, I have the honor and privilege to invite His Excellency, the Executive Governor for the State, Dawda Lawal, to present his speech. Your Excellency, sir.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The Secretary to the Government, the Chief of Staff, Honorable Commissioners and Advisors, our Royal Fathers, Chairman of Zamfara Universal Basic Education, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. I'm elated to be at this significant event of the distribution of reading materials to students in our basic education sector. This gesture is one of the many interventions that Zamfara State benefits from. As an educationally disadvantaged state in Nigeria, Zamfara will continue to require such support and engagement from both the national and international partners in order to move education forward in our dear state. This administration has prioritized education as centerpiece in our 6 Smart agenda. Education is the bedrock of civilization. Our commitment to reforming and restructuring the education sector gave rise to the emergence of science and technology. And as I said, this administration has education as centerpiece in our agenda, which means education is the bedrock of civilization. Our commitment to reforming and restructuring the education sector gave rise to the emergence of science and technology to the Ministry of Education, thereby expanding the mandate of the ministry. We are reviving education at all levels to give meaning to the lives of our young people. Our students today are writing both WAEC and NACO examination like their counterpart across the country, leading to timely release of their results. We have negotiated with the examination bodies and began to settlement of liabilities inherited as a result of the failure of the past regime to meet up to this basic requirement. We are partnering with the World Bank through the Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment, known as Agile Project, which aims to build new classrooms, renovate dilapidated structures, establish libraries, science laboratories, and provide wash facilities for the comfort of both staff and learners in school throughout the state. I've already approved the release of counterpart funds for this project and provided befitting office accommodation for them to function effectively. This project will significantly enhance the enrollment, retention, and completion rates of the girl child in school. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are overhauling 60 secondary schools across the state under the World Bank Assisted Community and Social Development Agency, CSDA. Each local government area has 6 secondary schools undergoing renovation, while the state capital, Gusau, has 8 schools. Education emergency declared in the state is not limited to only basic and secondary education, but also at the tertiary level. Provision of new facilities and rehabilitation of old ones is ongoing in all the tertiary institutions across the state. Today's event is a step in the right direction and at the right time. It is complementary to our efforts at providing Zamfara with qualitative and equitable education that will liberate our people from the shock of ignorance and poverty. UNICEF's noble objective of promoting literacy and educational opportunities for students and learners in Nigeria is called the Learning Passport NLP Initiative, which aims at facilitating learning both within and outside the classroom, and this is highly commendable. Here today, the items to be distributed are for 250 beneficiary schools and comprising the following. Number 1, 242,176 textbooks for different grades. Number 2, 200 play materials for ECCDE. Number 3, 25 ECCDA tablets as well as chairs. Number 4, we have 8,210 library materials resources, and finally 35 UNICEF NLP focused schools for solar power equipment. Now, let me say something here. These solar equipment are unique. They are not the same as the usual ones you see in the market. And I'm going to caution the principals here that under no circumstances shall these solar panels be stolen. I'm repeating, under no circumstances shall these panels be stolen. If that happens, believe me, that is the end of your job. Yes. I'll dismiss you. And I'm very serious. So take it from me. Don't blame anybody if that happens. I will personally write that letter and dismiss you. Let's take this thing very, very serious. You should know what we're going through in the area of education, and we're doing everything humanly possible to revive this sector. If you look at all the indices in Nigeria, in the area of education, we are at the bottom end, and this will not continue. I therefore wish to express my appreciation to Universal Basic Education Commission UBEC, Abuja, as well as UNICEF Sokoto, Field Office for their continued support through various projects and intervention in Zamfara State. We will continue to seek your support and collaboration as we strive to transform Zamfara into a better state and a better place to live. With this, I'm pleased to, in the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, formally flag off the distribution of teaching and learning materials supplied by UBEC Abuja and UNICEF to public, primary, and junior secondary schools as part of the development of basic education project in Zamfara State. And I thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. Jama'a assalamu alaikum. Muna godiya ga Allah madaukakin sarki mai kowa mai komi da ya nuna mana wannan rana. Rana ce wadda a yau cikin ƙudurinmu da muke da shi na wannan gwamnati na farfaɗo da tattalin ilimi ko kuma mahimmancin ilimi a wannan jiha tamu mai albarka. Yau akwai kayayyaki wanda muka samu wanda za a raba a makarantunmu tun daga primary har zuwa secondary school. Wannan kayayyaki za su taimaka mana wajen ci gaba da ilimi a wannan jiha tamu, wanda abu ne wanda muna da rauni a kan shi. Kamar da 11 ga watan 2023 mun yanke dokar ta kwana a kan ilimi. Abu ne wanda kowa ya sani. Yau idan ana maganar ilimi a Najeriya a cikin jihohi, Zamfara tana can ƙasa, can baya, wanda abu ne duk mai kishi ba zai ji daɗin wannan abu ba. Kuma sanin mu ne yau, kamar yadda mai waƙa ya magana, idan babu ilimi kusan ce babu ci gaba na al'umma. Malaman da kuke gani da za su koyar da ku, idan babu ilimi ba za su koyar da ku ba. Wannan na'urar da kuke gani idan babu ilimi ba za a yi su ba, da makamantansu. Saboda haka dole ne mu ba ilimi muhimmanci. Cikin ƙudurinmu kamar da kuka sani, da ikon Allah mun biya kuɗaɗe na jarabawan neko da wayek, wanda yanzu haka da yawa ɗalibai sun samu certificate ɗinsu duka na neko da na wayek. Saboda haka muna gode ma Allah, kuma da ikon Allah za mu ci gaba da yi, mu tabbatar da cewa mu ma mun yi abin da ya kamata. Yaranmu 'ya'yan talakawa sun samu ilimi ingantacce a wannan jiha tamu da ikon Allah. Wannan kayayyaki da kuka gani irin taimako ne da makamantansu wanda UBEC Abuja da UNICEF na Sokoto aka hada muka samu wannan taimako, da mu kanmu irin abubuwan da kudaden da muke bayarwa na neman irin wannan tallahi. Ga shi yau mun yi flagging din shi off, sannan za a raba wa'annan kayayyaki a makarantu a ƙananan hukumominmu guda 14 da ikon Allah. Kamar yadda ne magana da turanci akan cewa akwai solar panel wanda za a sa a makarantun nan, wanda za su taimaka ma yaran da su kansu malamai. Na ba da umarnin cewa duk komi aka yi ba ya zamanto cewa mu muna ƙoƙarin mu ko kuma kuna ɓata, ba zai yi ba. Abu ne wanda sai an haɗa ƙarfi da ƙarfe wajen ci gaban ilimi a wannan jiha tamu. So ina fata wannan amana da aka baku a matsayinku na shugabannin waɗannan makarantu za ku riƙe wannan amana da ikon Allah, don ilimi yana da muhimmanci a rayuwarmu. Saboda haka muna ƙara godiya da irin wannan goyon baya da ake bamu, da fatar Allah ya ci mu nasara a wannan jiha tamu. Assalamu alaikum.
At this point in time, I will now invite His Excellency to of the distribution of this material. Da wannan kuma zan gayyaci mai girma gwamnan jiha Dauda Lawal domin mu matsacen gaba don raba waɗannan kayayyaki. Akwai ƙananan hukumomi guda 4 da za a ɗan yi gwaji da su, wanda daga baya kowa kuma nashi. I have the honor and privilege to His Excellency to lead in the distribution of this. He will be accompanied by the Secretary to the State Government and other government officials here. Guests, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency has read a riot act to any principal who allows the solar panel to be stolen. We begin with Anka. Anka is here. Anka is being represented by Executive Secretary, Education Secretary, Anka Local Government. Where is Executive Secretary? Executive Secretary?
This is a vindication that our governor is a hard-working man, not a hard-working child.
Executive ES Anka Local Government.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Wannan kayayyaki kamar da na yi bayani, wannan su ne na Anka Local Government Education Authority. Muna fata yadda aka ba ku amana waɗannan kayayyaki, rike wannan amana ku tabbatar da cewa ya je ga yaran. Kada ku bari ko a sayar ko kuma a yi abin da bai kamata. In kuka haka ku da Allah. Amana.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We now move to Gusau Local Government. Gusau Local Government. We now move to Gusau Local Government. Education Secretary, Gusau Local Government. Shall please come forward.
So, yes, kamar da ka saurara, kayayyaki ne wanda ka bayar don amfani jiko gaba, insha Allah. Saboda haka muna roƙon a rike wannan amana, a yi abin da ya kamata da ikon Allah.
Your Excellency, I'm matsacen kusa ga solar panel and accessories. Wannan duka na solar panel.
Junior and primary school.
Okay.
Presently, they have already given gadgets. That's the tabs, the router, then the projectors, wireless projectors to school. So that was why they supply this in order to have power for the gadgets. So they provided 96 panels.
Okay.
Go ahead. So the panels have been provided. And because of the issue of rural areas where we don't have enough power supply, that was why they decided to provide the solar panels, the inverters, and the batteries to assist schools in the rural areas so that they can be able to use those projectors that awareness and we will not need to have power to use them because the power from the solar panels will provide the energy that will be required to use them.
Yes, for the Nigerian Learning Passport.
Nigerian Learning Passport, which is a program under the UNICEF that is dedicated to e-learning activities. Because of that, and I believe you have also stated clearly that e-learning is going to be part and parcel of the school system in the nearest future, inshallah, just like our police is in our agenda. Zamfara State will become e-state and everything will be done electronically. Thank you very much.
However, we are only supporting 11 LGS. So 3 LGS are not, 11 focus LGS for Nigerian Learning Passport. So the 3 LGS of Zamfara, and Gumi, so they are not included. So, please.
Next is Bungudu. Bungudu local government. Thank you very much.
Ba ma ka ci bane ya ko ne ka samu position